you not entertained?
Yeah, that's when I found out squares don't fit.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they don't fit.
Bullshit.
Yeah. That just made me need to stretch more. What is up, Geek Nation?
Welcome.
It is us.
Welcome. It is us.
Two geeks. One mic.
Be not deceived. It is indeed us.
Did we ever name the mic?
No.
We had some suggestions for the mic name.
Did
we
we?
never named the mic. Yeah. Remember?
What suggestions did we have?
I don't remember. I think someone's net.
Did someone
Echo.
say Mike?
No.
I was gonna
Someone
say
did.
if someone
Amber
ever said
did
Mike,
say she would be the mic.
she could
She
be the
is
mic.
the mic.
I mean, I can see
So
that.
now that she's done all those episodes with us,
Now that
She
she's
is
an
the
odd,
mic.
she is absolutely a geek. I'm sorry, I'm
100%.
pulling this up here because I'm trying to get.
make sure that we're actually doing this right.
Recording. We're recording. We are. Okay, here we go. And wait, you ready for the audio check?
Oh, we got audio.
We even have audio.
We did it right.
First try.
Good job.
What's up, everybody? It is Josh and
Hey.
Eamon. Oh, wait, hold on. It is Josh
And Eamon.
from Two Geeks.
One mic. Hey.
Oh, we are good.
It's almost like we're professional. Somewhat.
The-
Professionally unprofessional.
Professionally unprofessionals who are
That's what my job
unprofessionally
said.
professional.
Welcome again to another great episode of Two Geeks, One Mic. We are so excited to have you all here with us. It has been a fun 2 weeks. I think. I've been having fun. Have you been having fun? I hope you've been having fun. Always remember, like, subscribe, and share. And let all my
Only
friends
if you
know.
want cool stuff to happen in your
Yeah,
life.
exactly. We make cool things happen for everybody. And join up on our website, which is live now. We got a website.
www.2geeks1mic 2G33ks.
Yes.
2G33.
You know,
you know what?
you know how many of these bands I've handed out at work?
You ready for this?
And people went, "What is that word? 233k?" I'm like, I hate all of you.
They're just not geeky enough.
They're not geeky
Look,
enough.
if you-
They don't understand leap.
If you're not, like, if you don't,
There you go.
if you don't, look at that. Isn't that cool?
That's pretty.
Wait,
I like that.
let's update it. Hold on, let's update it. Oh, no, show. Oh, hi. Hold on. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make it all professional. Visit our website. Bam.
And that's where you can get all the links to all our socials and our new Discord, which is live, which you should be a member of because it's lots of fun.
Yeah, I was so stoked.
We have so much fun.
Okay. So, updates, up and comings. We are going to Fan X, which we announced last week.
About 3
or
weeks.
2 weeks ago.
3 weeks.
It's 3 weeks.
About
But
3
here's the
weeks
thing. Here's the thing. We're gonna pull out the swag again. Get swaggy with it. No. Get swaggy with it. No. Oh yeah. Making it
We
rain.
Bands. Obviously, we always wear our.
I'm not wearing mine today
Yeah,
because
well,
I burned my arm.
you got
Oh
the
my god, you
boo-boo.
can see it.
That's a nice burn. Nice burn, bro.
Sick burn.
Need some water for that burn.
Yeah, I did actually.
But no, we got the swag. We will have with us our bands. They glow in the dark too, so they're
They
a
do.
safety device.
They are. It's true.
Safety.
You can wear that in the military.
I'm gonna make that a thing. Moving forward, you must wear your Two Geeks band.
That's right. That's right.
This will replace
the sexy belt.
the sexy belt.
Yep. No more sexy belt. You get a sexy armband. For those of you who have joined the military, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you who don't, we're talking about
go join the military. Figure it out.
nerdiest reflective belts ever, and you have to wear them so that you don't.
But
get hit.
you always know that they could stop a car from hitting you.
They will. They will. It's a true story.
You wrap one around the world, we'd be safe.
But we're going to, well, from aliens.
Yeah.
We're going to go to Fan X. We're
Mhm.
going to go and we're going to try and meet as many people as we possibly can.
Yes.
There's so many cool people going.
I'm so
We
excited.
just got the announcement that Timura is going to be there.
Yes.
So literally every single clone trooper is going to be there.
Boy,
And we're going to meet them all.
Yes, we're gonna try.
Such a bad joke.
We're
Also,
gonna adopt them
Django,
into the Geek Army, and we're all gonna become best friends, and it's gonna be amazing.
also Django, also Boba, old Boba.
Old Boba.
But speaking of Boba, young Boba
Yeah.
is going to be there. Okay, this is going to be great.
We're super
I should
excited.
probably know these people's names. I know their names,
You know their names.
but
we need a list.
I need to pull this up because I'm smart.
Yes. So FanX, it's going to be amazing. That is August 26th, 27th, and 28th. We will be there all 3 days. For all day. Unless
oh, dude, Elijah Wood's coming. I didn't. Oh, the Hobbits.
All the Hobbits are going to be
there. The Hobbits are going to be there.
The Hobbits are being.
Gina Davis.
Mel Gibson,
Danny Glover, Dick Van Dyke. So I'm excited about Dick Van Dyke. I'm going to take my kids to Dick Van Dyke. We've got to see Matthew Lillard. You can't not see the SLC punk in SLC.
Truth. That is true.
Have you seen that one? SLC punk? Is that one we need to add to the list?
It probably needs to be added to the list.
So for those of you who want to know, Eamon is about 10, 13 years younger than me?
Yeah, around that.
Somewhere around there.
Somewhere.
And so as a result, he missed out on a lot of really good 80s movies. And if you have an idea for movies that you'd like him to watch and react to, you need to go to our Discord. There's a channel for that, and you just list all the movies, all the really bad movies that we got. We got lots of great ones in there.
The worst movie you can think of that I must suffer through.
It's gonna be awesome,
and I will do it just for you.
Ginny Weasley's gonna be there.
Oh, Bonnie Wright.
Bonnie Wright's gonna be there.
Yes.
I have a huge crush on her, but don't tell anybody.
Yeah, you just said it live on
shit.
TV.
Also, huge crush, Marissa Tomei.
Oh,
she's gorgeous. Which we know her. Oh, dude, Lou Diamond Phillips.
Yeah.
What?
That's all him.
I'm looking for the one that I was. Ooh, Jason Isaacs is going to be there. Dude, how did I miss all these?
Because a lot of them have been announced recently. Cole Sprouse. Ooh, Catherine Newton.
What's up, Catherine Newton? Oh yeah, Stifler.
Oh.
You don't even need to say his name. Just Stifler. You
know who we're talking about.
Scott Schwartz.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Who got his tongue
His
frozen.
one thing.
His one thing.
I'll freeze my tongue to a pole for that thing.
Oh, Daniel Logan. Jeez, that's
go.
what I kept wanting to say Logan something. It's Daniel Logan who plays young Boba Fett. And he even does the voicing for... in episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, and then he does the voice for the Clone Wars.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is awesome.
And so Daniel Logan, I am excited. I actually got to meet him once before. He's a lot of fun. Ooh, Linda Hamilton's going to be there. So is Peter Billingsley. Peter Billingsley is the kid who got his eye shot out because he wanted a BB gun for Christmas. So yeah, no, we're going to go to FanX. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got 2 cosplay days. Yes. One cosplay is set. The other cosplay is
up in the air.
Not.
We're working it out.
I do have one that I can use.
I can
go Wheel of Time.
Yeah, we can do that.
If we want to do that.
We'll figure it out.
I feel like we did just
we'll
put all that work into our leather armor.
Yeah. I bring mine everywhere. It's in my truck.
Ezio Triforce, you are not late, sir. Welcome to the party. For those of you who don't know, Ezio is my rum brother. We drink rum together. Ezio, I hope you got one, sir. No, so FanX is going to be great. There's a lot of really great names there. There's also going to be, FanX is also, the cool thing about FanX is we're going to be able to just wander around and talk to a bunch of cool people.
Oh, yeah.
It's such a fun place to be.
This is going to be Geek's first major networking thing.
And it's since the hiatus. We're going to start, you know what? We should start calling
when you have this beautiful face.
We should start calling it the time skip. Full One Piece
multiverse of madness.
Be like, oh, this is a time skip. 2 Geeks, 1 Mic. Last time
the other guy's dead.
I want to say 6 years ago. It was when we went. It was crazy. But this time, we're going to be all professional. We got a streamer GoPro, and we got all kinds of cool shit.
It's going to be fun. So tune in for that. There'll be lots of videos, short videos coming out throughout all of FanX, and then we'll do a whole FanX React video.
Oh, I'm so excited. I haven't been to FanX in a number of years either, and
I've never been. It's my first time.
It's going to be so good. I'm so excited for you.
Yes. And then we got the Gathering Madness is the only other thing.
The Gathering Madness, which is a Wheel of Time centric thing. It's my other show, the Black Tower Podcast. It's our event. It's going to be in Charleston, South Carolina. I'm really excited about this one because it's Wheel of Time Mecca, right? You have to take the pilgrimage to Charleston, South Carolina. This is where the author Robert Jordan lived and died. his wife, who was the editor for the Wheel of Time, still lives there, and so does some other people, commonly referred to as Team Jordan. We love them; they're amazing. They're wonderful people. We're gonna be there. We're gonna do the whole tour. We're gonna go get to see a bunch of things. Some of the stuff I'll definitely throw on to Geeks, but if you're a Wheel of Time fan and you want to follow that, like,
Jump on the
definitely
Black Tower.
go over to blacktowerpod.com.
I'll be there. I'll throw some geek stuff up, but it's more to support Black Tower, so I'm not trying to take over the event, as it were.
For now.
But for now. Eventually, I will form a coup.
That's right. It'll be successful too, because we will be drunk or something. I don't know.
Exactly.
That's it for events that are coming up. We don't have a lot of. No, we have a gigantic event. What is the very next event that we're going to in 3-4 days?
On Wednesday?
Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Yes. We're gonna go see Beetlejuice the movie.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna do a spoiler-free review.
That's
and then we're going to do a spoiler review. So, just so you know.
It's at the Junction, right?
It'll be at the Junction, right? Okay. So it's the movie theater. It's just down the street from our house. Our respective houses. And we're going to have a lot of fun with it. We're going to we get to see an early screening, basically, is what's going on.
We'll be one of the first.
Yeah, we're going to be going to an early screening of it. I am super stoked. Should I wear my Beetlejuice outfit?
At least the outfit, if you're not going to do the hair and everything.
I mean, you can't do the outfit and not the hair and makeup. That's like, hey, do you want to do half of a cosplay together? No, nobody does.
Yeah.
So that's the next event that's coming up immediately.
That's
going
to be fun.
Go to our website, which is down at the bottom. That is smart. We'll put it in. Actually, we should probably have put it in the description.
Maybe.
That would have been smart.
No, you have to watch us to get our link.
That's right. I can do that real quick. But those are the events that are up and coming. I can't think of any other events.
No, nothing too crazy going on. Just the normal geeky, nerdy craziness that we are.
Yep. And then we wanted to talk about, you have a review to drop here.
Small review.
Because
it will expand.
An initial review. A tasting. And are you gonna be doing some streaming of that?
I can't decide if I want to. So let's go
ahead and go into it.
If you followed our TikTok earlier, today is Outlaw Day, as I am officially naming it. Hashtag holiday.
Happy Outlaw Day.
It is Star Wars Outlaw release.
It's a Star Wars holiday.
Today at midnight. I was at work and literally made someone come relieve me in my little check my phone to make sure it downloaded. So that's what I did at work. So Star Wars Outlaw released today. I started playing. I only played an hour, guys, because I have to sleep. So I slept most of the day as I normally do. Yeah, what is that? Anyway, because I work a night shift currently. So I played about an hour of it. I'm super excited. It's gonna be so good.
Is it so? Okay, so for the first, you logged an hour. How's it measuring up? Like, what's going on?
I'm super excited. So the opening scene is really good. I'm not gonna spoil it because I want you guys to play. This is probably the reason I won't stream it, at least for the first little while, because I don't want to spoil stuff. I'll wait till everybody else starts throwing spoiler stuff out, and then maybe I'll stream some. Okay. Once we get deeper in, or maybe my second playthrough, I'll stream a second playthrough. Try to do more stuff. Or you could
stream it now while it's hot.
Oh, I don't know. I'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
If
you want him to stream it, leave a comment below.
Yeah, tell me to do it.
Tell him what to do. He's the good boy. He'll obey.
But so for my first hour, you get in. It's an open world game. It has been stated out as an open world game, and there's going to be side quests and things. I've already hit a couple. I'm like, oh, that's a side quest. Cool. But obviously, for the first couple missions, it's not very open world, right? Because they need you to learn the dynamics and how things work. Yeah. So it's not super open world yet, but there's enough of it that I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun.
I think that was one of the things that people didn't like about Survivor, which I loved Survivor.
Yeah, but it was more.
But it was so linear.
It was very linear. There was a lot of an open world aspect to it,
Yeah, like well,
But
because
certain mission areas were like, you have to go this way.
You have to go
It's
this
gonna
way,
force you.
and you had to revisit the planet with
Yeah.
new abilities in order to unlock
Do the rest of the
areas and 100% them. And I will say that's where I kind of lost it.
Mhm.
I love the game, and I did love the playthrough. Like I did
Yeah.
storyline mode, and I just went through and played.
Did you finish it?
I did. Well, I finished the first one, not the second one.
Oh, so you didn't play through all the second one. So
No.
the first one, yes, is very linear. The second one is much more open world.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yes.
I logged a few hours on the second one, but
Yeah.
not.
Once
a
you
lot.
get really into it and you're like opening up, like you do have to go get abilities and then go back to
Yeah.
planets and to unlock certain things, 100%. But only like 2 of the planets are like super linear, but you can go back and forth all you want on those planets. It's not you're
Yeah.
stuck forward anymore.
See, the problem I have though is I don't know if I'm unable to do it because I lack a skill in the game, or if I'm unable to do it because I lack the skill in real life. So I'll spend an hour trying to get something. I'm like, "Fuck, this is stupid!" And like I rage quit.
But you didn't finish it, so you don't know.
Because I rage quit because I know exactly where I'm at. There's an old Jedi temple that I'm running around in right now,
Yeah, it's fun.
and I'm like, this. I think I accomplished the task that I needed to for the story, but I'm mad that there's like places that I can't get into, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I think I need to come back. And
There is a lot more puzzle to the second game.
Yeah.
I found that out. Like there's puzzles.
which I like
They're
puzzles.
different.
I like puzzle
Sometimes they're
games.
different.
Hogwarts Legacy is a puzzle game.
Yeah.
There's lots of puzzles there.
Mhm.
Love it.
So, anyway.
There's the old Final Fantasy, 4 or 5? The old like
Yeah.
2D ones. There
Mhm.
was a lot of puzzles there.
Those are good
Anyway,
games.
sorry, Star Wars Outlaw.
Yeah.
I got us distracted.
So, on my initial playthrough, have you ever played the Uncharted games?
No.
None of the Uncharted games.
No,
What is this guy doing with his life? What
Do you
the
want
heck?
an honest answer? I have an
No,
answer.
if you played
It's not
Uncharted,
nice.
I am getting the feeling of Uncharted. Now, Uncharted is very linear. You follow a very direct route. It's not open world, but it's giving that vibe, and I'm loving it so far.
Okay.
It's so good. You got an awesome little pet who's a lot of fun, and you get to use on your missions and things of that nature. So.
I like
super
that
excited.
aspect too. Is if like having a pet, like that was one of the things I loved about Survivor. Is you had
Yeah.
BD1,
Mhm.
who I mean he didn't do much,
But he did enough. But it's
he
literally
did
like, so
stuff.
there is a point where I'm walking up to the door. Oh, no, the door's locked. Hey, throw the pet through the window, and then he goes and opens the door for me.
That's cool.
I was like, yeah! And then also you can be like, hey, go distract that guard, and then you sneak up behind him and knock him out. So the pet will do stuff for you. It's actually really fun.
So are they okay? Let me ask this then. And again, this is a spoiler-free review. So if this is touching too much,
There's
on
not
the
much
story,
I can spoil right
feel
now,
free
except
to-
for
is the pet sort of taking place of the Force? So like you're not a
yes.
Force-sensitive character, I'm
No.
assuming.
not,
Okay.
not that I know of.
No,
I haven't
not
played
that-
through it yet.
I mean, it could be Knights of the Old Republic 1.
So you are
Or-
playing. So we know the basic storyline. We're playing as a rogue, basically like underworld. She's not a bounty hunter, but she's a grifter. She is a Han Solo. All right, if that makes sense. So it is set immediately after the Death Star is blown up. The first one, I'm assuming. I have to look this up because I want to make sure I'm saying it right. But they mentioned the Death Star being blown up and the resistance that won't quit, and the Empire is stuck on this resistance. So I'm saying it's the first Death Star blown up, right?
Okay.
Because the resistance was still a thing after that one. After the second Death Star blow up, then the Empire pretty much died and it became the Republic, right? So we're in that time period.
Okay.
We're on an Outer Rim world to start, and basically she's like Han Solo. If you watch the movie Han Solo, he was trying to leave the world, right, by doing criminal acts. He needed to pay his way off world, and also get a new identity to get off world. So that's where you start.
Right.
Doesn't spoil a lot,
Okay.
but you're working with the criminal seedy underbelly
Well,
of the galaxy.
and that's one of the things I loved about Old Republic, the MMORPG,
Yeah.
which is still live, and I still love playing it. Every once in a while, I'll just jump on and run around and play. I've got a Jedi Sentinel that is amazing, but they have really great class balancing.
Yeah.
In that you can have character who's not force sensitive and can still lay down some serious craziness.
Yeah.
That I love. So I love that. Does it feel like say the word.
Outlaws?
The Outlaws. Thank you. Good grief. Does it feel like Outlaws is kind of following that same path?
Yeah. I think we're really introducing a character who's not force sensitive, but is going to be a major player in the Star Wars universe somehow.
Because
remember,
Empress Nest was another one that was
yeah. But remember the time period we are in. Like I said, we're right after the first Death Star blew up. There's how many force sensitive people we know of at this point in Star Wars lore? You got Luke, Leia, Darth Vader, the Emperor.
In
Yoda. I think Yoda's still around.
Wait, in Episode 4, A New Hope?
Yes. After
Obi-Wan.
the first Death Star blew up.
Okay. Okay.
So Obi-Wan got axed.
Yep.
Right.
He got force ghosted.
Yeah, force ghosted.
He ghosted everyone.
Comes back. It's fine. So
spoilers, dude.
What the heck?
God.
It's not like we haven't seen that one 1,000 times.
Yeah, we should watch Star Wars tonight.
We're playing D&D tonight.
Yeah, but we can watch Star Wars too.
We can do that too. Anyway, so yeah, we're right after that. So there's not a lot of force sensitive people. Jedi haven't been around. Does she even know Jedi exist? I don't know.
Well, and you think about it too, like, so there was this really great show starring Alan Tudyk. I can't remember the name of the show, but the basic premise was people who live in a big city where superheroes are always fighting battles, right?
Right.
So like there goes Batman or Superman or Iron Man or whoever, whichever universe it was. And they're fighting something in the buildings, and it's just them like living in this world, and it was hilarious. It was, unfortunately, it didn't get too popular, and it got canceled pretty quickly.
Yeah,
but it was great. Is it? I think about like in with the case of Star Wars, and with respect to the Jedi, like we have this overinflated view of Jedi presence in the universe because every story revolves around a Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to remember too, like Episode 4, Han Solo. What does he say? Hokey weapons and ancient religions are no match for a good blaster at your side. I don't believe in any all-seeing force.
Yeah,
like it's a myth. It's a legend.
Well, you even have
people in the
when
galaxy.
Darth Vader is talking to the admirals of the council that your faith in that old religion.
And which is I think is funny because it was like 20 years prior.
Yeah, it wasn't that old.
That Order 66 was executed, and really, it does a great job of showing,
especially because most of those men around that, because we know Grand Moff Tarkin, fought in the Clone Wars with Jedi.
Yes.
So all those guys have the potential of being a part of the Clone Wars and fighting with Jedi, so they know who they are, 100%, right?
One would think, but for the average citizen, you might never see a Jedi. You might not even ever even have heard of Jedi.
Yeah.
Which is why so many,
especially if you're talking Outer Rim territory,
Force cults pop up because there's a lot of people who understand that the Force exists.
Yeah.
And this is actually one of the things and we'll get there here in a minute, but this is actually one of the things I liked about the Acolyte is there was a completely different interpretation of the Force. Now I know a lot of people want to get upset. Yes,
that's the Force that we know of at this time period in the series.
Well, after the Death Star.
I mean, technically, you could say Rey is alive at this point, but
that we know of.
We don't know.
Well, and there's other survivors too. There's Ahsoka. There's Quinlan Voss survived. Order 66. Who else survived?
I mean, look, Luke was technically Force sensitive his entire life, but he didn't know about it.
Kanan Jarrus survived Order 66. Which means Ezra did. So but as far as at the end of Episode 4, the ones that we know of,
at the point of Episode 4.
So in the entirety of the galaxy, there were four Force sensitive people. Like, come on,
at that
we knew.
Yeah. And even if you do add the ones that we've known of now that were around during that point, due to lore and the Clone Wars and all that we know of, you're still only looking at 6 or 7.
Yeah.
That we really know of.
It basically, hey, there's a question. Why aren't people getting upset that it's breaking canon to introduce more Force sensitive people that survived Order 66? It's breaking canon. Everybody died.
Did they?
No.
No, obviously not.
Look,
I really think every Jedi in the entire galaxy died on.
Was it
really?
a decisive stroke against the Jedi?
Great.
Absolutely. But two things to keep in mind. One, such a massive undertaking. Oh, there was even the Jedi that Vader took on. I cannot remember his name, but the reason he was removed from all of it is because he was in the middle of a bearish vow.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
I cannot remember his name.
I can't remember.
But he ended up getting murked by Vader. But the point being is that the story can make allowances for that.
Exactly.
Right? So, okay, let's get back on track here. The video game Outlaws.
Yes.
You are a non-force sensitive person that we know of.
That we know of.
You're
basically a street rat.
A street rat.
We'll put it that way.
Riff raff.
You're a street rat.
Street rat. I don't buy that.
I'm not spoiling a lot saying this. So you literally are living in the attic of a bar, if that gives you an idea. And it's like if you guys have seen The Bad Batch, the bar that what's her name? The reptile lady runs.
Oh.
You know who I'm talking about.
Know
y'all know who I'm talking about if you watch The Bad Batch.
Right now.
I want to say it's Vesh or Beth or something like that. I don't know why. So the Bad Batch kind of find a home at this bar, and Sid, and Sid gives them jobs. So basically, she runs a bar, but she's also running like a bounty job.
Yeah. She's got because she's.
Hey, I've got this job for you.
She's
Go
your
do
standard.
It,
I mean, she's basically
put a crew together.
Bad Batch is basically your standard D&D campaign. Right?
100%. Yeah. Going to the tavern to get a job.
Sid is the tavern keeper.
Yeah.
And she's got a job poster wall, and she goes, "Hey boys,
So, I got something for you to do for me."
You go meet the bartender who is like, "Hey, he's literally holding a data. That a job for me? Don't know what you're talking about." And then,
by the way, this is not a phone; it's a data pad.
Yeah, data pads. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm still on this outer rim planet. I can't even remember the planet's name at this point.
What's the name of the planet? Why don't you remember?
It's a C something. Because it's a planet we've never heard of before.
Oh, you mean they're breaking the canon by
adding new places?
Oh my god!
But what I'm super excited for, I haven't really seen anything of the Empire. The big bad is introduced at the beginning as part of the underground criminal syndicate, and we have already been introduced with Red Dawn.
Okay.
The Spice. I can never remember their name. The Spice Guys.
Spice Guys.
Spice Guys.
We're just gonna go with Spice Guys.
Anyway, the Spice Syndicate, and the Hutts. We know there are three major players in this. Why are you playing with my lightsaber?
Because you left it over here and now it's mine.
Well, I left it here because I was drunk. Okay,
well, that's
not
lame.
That's not how that works. Anyway, yeah.
Why is it broken though?
Spicy.
What'd you do to it?
You're darn right. You're right, Irish Bear. Thank you, Irish Bear. Appreciate you.
What's up, Iris? Welcome to the party.
So we've got the three major crime syndicates that we've heard about in a long time.
Okay. Was it Twin Sons? Has that one popped up yet?
No. Because remember Twin Sons? That's Darth Maul's.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but I'm excited about that. Oh, Darth Maul's not around
Darth Maul's dead.
Or he's
dead at that point.
He's dead.
He's dead at that point.
Because this is
Twin Sons is dead.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, at this point, which I'm still pissed that quick, divert.
Yes, the Fremen. It's the Fremen.
Sure.
Or the Navigators.
Yeah. No.
Paul Muad'Dib.
Wow. But anyway, quick, run around. I'm still mad that the Han Solo movie showed Darth Maul at the end and they've done nothing about it.
Why didn't they do anything
Stupid.
with it? You know why they didn't do anything with it? It's because people said that Solo was a bad movie.
Solo was a great movie.
Solo was a great movie. I will die on this hill. And if you don't like Solo, you're wrong.
Yes.
It was a great movie. Was it? Now, here's the thing. Was it? I actually did a lot of work on this. Okay.
Yeah.
You ready for this? Mm. Okay. So Solo was great because was it the greatest Star Wars movie? No.
No.
We've talked about this. You don't go to Baskin and Robbins and love every flavor that they serve.
Were there parts of Solo I wish were different? 100%.
Sure.
100%. I could say that about every single movie, though.
But if you stack Solo up against other Star Wars movies, it doesn't do great.
No.
But if you stack Solo up against other heist movies, it's one of the most successful heist movies ever made.
Oh, good.
Now, it adds a lot to the canon. It's great. I love coaxium. I think it's fantastic. Because what did you guys think the ships ran on? Just because they never talked about it? Do you think it was like free energy? Like, oh, we have
quantum core, obviously.
Vacuum energy engines. As long as you're in the vacuum of space, it just goes forever. Stop it.
Lanes.
The coaxium was great. The whole thing with Solo, A Star Wars Story, was great. I loved it. And it also has, and this is where it was for the tie-in, it also has super capable, non-force sensitive people as well, right? Because you've got Beck, played by Woody Harrelson, and I love Woody Harrelson. I don't think I've ever seen him in a bad movie, ever.
I love. He's such a dynamic actor.
He's amazing,
so and he's a vegetarian.
I did not know that.
He will not eat meat. Crazy, huh? Especially all those movies where he plays this hardcore guy. Doesn't eat meat.
Do you know who else doesn't eat meat? Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. Yep, he's a vegetarian. Yep. And as a matter of fact, he doesn't drink milk either. It's funny because his character was a milk-drinking, steak-eating dude. And if you pay attention, there's one scene where he's eating a steak and he like spits it out of his mouth and drops it on a plate. You can see it in the shot. It's hilarious. I didn't hate Solo, but I feel like it's compared to Rogue One, and I really liked Rogue One. So it feels like I don't like Solo. Bro, I get it. I get it.
Rogue One was amazing.
Rogue One was great. But see, even Rogue One, as much as I loved it, there are a couple things that I was like, oh yeah, what?
Some weird parts.
First off, Rogue One did something that I absolutely hate in movies. And for all of you writers and producers out there who are big fans of Two Geeks, One Mic, thank you, by the way, don't do this. Don't use footage that's not in your movie in your trailer. Don't do that. Don't do that. I was so excited in the trailer when Jyn Erso was running out to that platform to like load up, to change the data link alignment, right? I was so excited because in the trailer she's running up to do that and a TIE fighter whoosh, right up, and I was like, oh, I want to see that, and it didn't happen.
No, it didn't. So annoying. I don't understand why they do that with previews. Very annoying.
I don't like it when they do that.
Wow, the best thing to come out of Solo. They fixed the 12 parsec run.
They did.
They fixed it.
They fixed
like,
it was so good.
Y'all want to say we don't know space? We know space. And they fixed it.
They did. They fixed it. And I think that's probably the crowning. I think that's probably what they wrote the story around.
It was a great way to fix it, though.
We need two things. They need two things. We need Han Solo winning the Millennium Falcon from Lando.
Yep, which we got. And
we need Han Solo making the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs.
And they figured it out. And it was great.
Not if you round down, buddy.
Perfect. Tell me the odds.
Perfect. It was perfect. It was such a great, and Alan Aldrich did such an amazing job as young Han Solo.
Oh, he did.
He was perfect. Yeah. And Donald Glover as young Lando. Great. Fuck, I want that movie. I want young Lando. Like, please.
I want Lando from the end of Solo to how he got.
Yes.
That would be amazing.
Yes. Oh, man.
Anyway.
Yes. Yes. L7. Are you talking about L7, Ezio?
Oh, yeah.
Or LS. Yeah.
Yeah. The robot that became the Millennium Falcon.
Which did you catch the
canon from the movie? This ship has a peculiar language.
Yes. I'm not sure where your ship learned to communicate. It has a very unusual dialect.
Yes.
Which is so funny because it's the same like British accent. It's like the same regional accent as well. But she's like so sassy.
I love it. So good.
Feels so proper, and he's like trying to like talk to the ship's navicomputer, and the navicomputer is a sassy bitch, and I love it.
So good. Anyway, it
was perfect.
So rounding back, so Star Wars out. I'm super excited. I will post more reviews and stuff as I get through the game, and I'll probably stream some of it once I kind of get into it. But I'm not a great streamer. We'll just totally throw that one
Is
out
there a multiplayer option? Or is it single player?
It's all single player, which I love. I'm sorry, I love story-based games that are just me by myself. I love them. I'll play multiplayer every once in a while. You know, I'll hell dive with the best of them.
I was all by myself.
I like to play by myself.
You like? That's not something you should announce publicly.
I know what I like. Anyway, so the other thing we wanted to get into tonight for Star Wars-based love.
Yes.
We are going to give our opinion. Now listen. Our opinion.
Iris gets it. Iris gets it. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Star Wars.
Here it is.
The Acolyte.
We're going to step on that landmine.
We're going to step on this one.
We're going.
I want the world to know this.
The two geeks, one mic. We are making a stand.
You can go back and watch all of our episodes that we did Acolyte reviews with us and our amazing friend Amber from Road to Tarvalon. She's awesome. Go check out her channel. So good.
Dude, like, okay.
All of her reviews of
sideline
so
real quick. She is super smart.
Yes.
She's got an amazing perspective on different things and really, really, really love having her on the show.
Yes.
She's an S-tier storytelling analyst.
Yes.
I love Amber so much.
She has a lot of great. So we did the Shogun with you. Did the Shogun with her.
Yep.
And then she's currently doing House of Dragon. Is that the game with?
Oh yeah.
She's done that one. She's done so many good reviews. Go and check out her channels and all the Road to Tarvalon stuff. They are an amazing group, and I love them so much.
Yes.
But anyway, so we did all the reviews of every episode as we watched them.
Yes.
There are things we loved. There are things we hated. I am not going to sit here and say that Acolyte was the worst thing that ever happened to Star Wars.
It absolutely was not. It wasn't.
It really isn't. Because one thing, I was super excited about the High Republic part of Star Wars finally getting its screen time. Right? The only other part that we've seen on screen for High Republic was during the second Jedi Survivor video game.
Right.
You meet an old High Republic Jedi who is frozen in space and time or whatever. I don't remember how he was stuck. But it wasn't Carbonite, which should have been canon. That would have been cool.
Should have been Carbonite.
It should have been Carbonite.
Or it could have been like Old Republic, the MMORPG, where you free rev from a stasis chamber.
There you go. It basically was a stasis chamber is what he was in. But that was the last hinting of the Old Republic we've had on screen. And then obviously I have all the books that have recently come out for High Republic. I've read most of them. I haven't read all of them. I've got a lot of reading to catch up on, guys.
Dude, we're doing so much reading. We're doing so much reading right now. Hold up. I am going to take a moment. We're going to do. I'm sorry, the ADD is real.
Yeah.
But we do need to do.
Join the book club.
We've got the Black Tower podcast and us. We're hosting a Wheel of Time reread. It's the end of the month of August, which means we're finishing up book 4, which is Shadow Rising. Eamon's going his own pace. He's on book 1. Episode
so
1 of the Wheel of Time. It's a 7-hour movie. And it's so we're doing that. Finished up. We also have Chronicles of Prydain. I am woefully behind on Chronicles of Prydain.
I'm close to the end of the second book.
Okay, you know what we're gonna do? Because we do these lives every other week. Let's do Chronicles of Prydain for the next episode. Because I need book 2. I will finish book 2 before that.
Yeah, you can easily do that.
Yeah. Because it's only a couple hours. Chronicles of Prydain, for those of you who don't know, it's we did our episode of the Black Cauldron a few months back.
It's been months.
And we vowed to read the books, and now we're doing that.
We're trying.
And it's great.
Not a long series, but it is good. Like, the first book, honestly, I was a little disappointed in some things, but obviously I'm trying to compare it to everything I know about the Black Cauldron prior to that, which wasn't a lot. And then I got it tattooed on my back.
You did. I mean, it's just a little
tiny one.
Little tiny tattoo that covers your entire
back. Only took 27 hours. Nothing big. So yeah, so we're working through that series. Like I said, not a long series, and there's a lot that isn't covered in the small animated movie that Disney did.
I was shocked by the differences between book 1 and the movie.
Oh yeah, and then the parts of book 2 that are in the movie.
Yeah,
so there's book 1 and 2 that are the movie.
Yeah, That
And
Disney
then-
did. That Disney adapted.
But there's so many characters I left out too. I was like, oh my, why is this guy not in the movie? He's so good.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
I'm a little worried about it.
So
Anyway.
okay, so but as far as coming into the Acolyte, we did our full review of the Acolyte. We
Right.
did episode by episode. You and Amber did the season finale, the
Yes.
series finale.
So we did
Well,
the last two
the
episodes.
series finale.
7, it's done. It's gone, guys.
And we did, and you guys did that, and I was really happy you guys did that. I've said it before, and I will say it again. I want to add this disclaimer before we go into this because I refuse to build a platform on hate.
No, absolutely
Right?
not.
I will not.
Mm-mm.
And if it's something that I just really,
We love having these conversations.
we love having fun.
It's all about fun.
We're
You can love and hate different things about everything. There are aspects of everything that I hate, but it doesn't mean I don't love them any less. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I hate certain parts of Star Wars.
like how
There is
whiny
some-
Luke is.
yeah.
So, I just gotta go to the charging station to pick up some power converters.
Such a baby. Well, like I said, I'll say it straight up. And like I said, this is my personal opinion. And I don't hate Star Wars anymore for it. But I don't like that the last 3 movies were focused on Rey. I don't. And I could do a whole episode on that. But I'm
Maybe
not
we
going to
will.
get into it. Maybe we will.
Maybe we will.
I don't like how it focused on Rey. I think there's better storylines you could have gone with.
Do you know what?
But anyway.
Along that same vein, I'll give this one controversial opinion. I think that the prequels
Mhm.
should have been centered around Obi-Wan. I don't think they should have been centered around Anakin.
Yeah.
I think we should have seen more Obi-Wan, less Anakin. I think that would have been great.
Yeah.
Now, having said that, I loved them. I enjoyed them.
Oh, yeah.
I liked the sequels as well. I
Also,
enjoyed those. I had a lot of fun with that.
Oh, you might want to go check before we're done. If you go on your PS5, they gave the entire Skywalker Saga Lego Star Wars game for free.
I've
on the monthly basis.
downloaded it.
I
I've downloaded it.
I'm playing it. It's fun. Lego stuff. Lego games are nostalgic as fuck.
Iris, you bringing up a great point. Luke whining about power converters is relatable as a child, annoying as an adult.
You right.
I do love that Uncle Owen, though, in that scene, Uncle Owen looks straight at him and says, "Now, Luke, you can waste time with your friends later."
That's right. You are a teenager.
Congratulations, child. Okay, so the Acolyte. Let's do this.
So we're going to go into the Acolyte here.
We wanted to give our final sort of review
Yeah.
or opinion of the
Especially now that
Acolyte.
we've seen everything and we know it's not coming back. So if you didn't
Yeah.
know, Disney has announced not. Now, I'm going to say this. It is not because of all the hateful speech that's gone out about the Acolyte. It has nothing. Well, it has a small play, right? But the Acolyte per views of episodes for episode 1 to episode 8 had less views than like 90% of the content that Disney puts out. That's what really killed it.
Wow.
It did not have great views going into it.
Damn.
Like the first 2 episodes literally killed so many people off that like they didn't even watch the rest of the
they
series.
just stopped.
Its viewage was so freaking. I'm gonna look up stuff
Because remember, we did our first episode, and I was kind of irritated that Kera and Moss was
dead already.
lifted up so much and advertised so much, and she died. Like right in the first, and I was like, okay, I'm hoping there's going to be some flashbacks. I'm hoping there's going to be, and they did. They incorporated her well, and I thought they did it really, really well. I thought they did a really good job of doing like a, yep, that's me. I'll bet you what how I got here. You know what I mean? And then going back and like explaining how they got to where they got to.
Oh wow. Okay, so here's what we got. After 5 days of streaming, the Acolyte did have 11.
Real quick, Iris, the Acolyte is not an anime series.
No, this is a live action series.
It was a live action series
on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
I would still go watch it. Like I'm not, like I said,
I
give
would.
us your own opinion.
Look, it's more Star
Don't
Wars. How
listen
can
to
you be
all
upset
of them,
with more
right?
Star Wars?
Love Star Wars.
Even if you go to Baskin Robbins
And like I said, there are aspects of it that are really good.
an ice cream that you hate, it's still ice cream.
Still sugar
Even
rush.
if you get pizza with toppings that you don't like, it's still pizza.
You can pick out the things you don't like on some things. Anyway, all right. So here's what we got from just a quick Google search of Acolyte viewership. After 5 days of streaming, the Acolyte had 11.1 million views globally, making it the biggest series premiere of Disney Plus in 2024 so far.
Okay.
So actually, that's
So first episode.
Here's the thing. That was the first episode. That's the first episode.
Okay.
The Acolyte had a 15% audience score, making it the lowest in the history of Star Wars. The only thing being lower than that was the 1978 Star Wars special. Holiday special.
The holiday special.
That's the
And the
only
holiday
thing
special was
that
so
is
bad.
lower than the Acolyte, and people love the holiday special too.
No, people do not love the holiday.
It's so
people
fun to
make
watch.
Their friends watch the holiday special because it's so bad.
It's literally like Two Girls, One Cup. You have to see it twice. One to hate it, and then one to make your friend hate it.
Did you just refer
did.
to the Star Wars holiday special as Two Girls, One Cup?
Yes, I did.
Stop.
The Acolyte is ranked as the second least watched Star Wars series by Nielsen, only surpassed by Andor in viewership.
Okay, also, I will say, Iris Bear brings up a great point. The holiday special was not streamed, which originally aired in 1978.
Yes.
No, but there is a stat that you brought up that I want to point out because I feel like this is kind of an important metric to understand.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 1, you said, was the most watched series premiere.
Yes.
Streamed
of 2024.
on Disney Plus.
Of 2024 specifically.
On all of Disney Plus or in Star Wars? Did it say? Because that's important.
The biggest series premiere on Disney Plus in 2024.
Okay.
So that's every series that came out on Disney Plus.
So basically you had a record setting, well, not a record setting, but a large group of people watching episode 1, and 13% of them went, this is really good.
Like 15%. Yeah.
15% of them went, this is really
8
good.
episodes, right? So episode 8, let's look at what the view stats for episode 8 specifically was.
I just think it's really important to get perspective on it, right? Because it's like someone saying the difference between 100 million and a billion, and people go, okay, that's two really big numbers, but they don't really look at how the ratio of those numbers. That's a huge difference. So when you talk about having a million, let's say it's 1 million viewers, right? 1 million viewers watched The Acolyte.
Right.
And 850,000 of them went, this is garbage.
That's a big number.
That's a big number. Yeah. Now we watched it. I enjoyed it. I loved the fight choreography.
Yeah.
I loved that it gave me enough to go, what's happening? What is going on? Now, I don't know how streaming data works. I don't know if they have, because I know when we go on TikTok and Instagram and things like that, we can look at average time viewed, YouTube especially. We can look at average time viewed for our content. I don't know how streamed services measure that specifically. Is it, it only counts if you watch a majority of the episode? It only counts if you watch some of the episode? It only counts if you watch the whole episode? I don't know. But I know that there's a lot of issues with people review bombing, right? That's a thing. Yeah, that is a thing. 100%. We have to accept that. There are people, if I can get techie here for a second, there's a type of attack that you can do as a person on the internet, where you can make it look like there's several thousand people trying to access a website at the same time, which overloads the servers and takes the site down.
Right.
It's a very effective thing that people have to contend with. Now, if someone can send several thousand people to a website at a single time, someone can make several thousand people make a review of a show and make it say it's bad. It's not even that hard to do. So let's take that into account, right? Let's factor that in. Let's not just say, ooh, 15 people loved it and 85 people hated it. That's probably skewed.
Yeah.
We're going to look at the numbers. We're going to at the people who actually watched the show, which is how streaming works.
Here's an interesting fact I just found, a little chart.
Yeah,
The Acolyte, actually, despite it only having about a 15% audience rating, which means even on Rotten Tomatoes, it only got like 14% of like satisfaction, which is whoa.
But again, let's take into
account a few other things. The Acolyte, in terms of views, is the second most successful series, only being beaten out by Obi-Wan. It beat out Mandalorian in views.
Okay, so if it beat out Mandalorian in views, why didn't it get a second season? There's some weird shit. Fucky, man.
Yeah, that's I know.
Something's fucky.
Something's weird. The cancellation, this is what it says for the cancellation. The Acolyte was canceled because it cost more and performed worse than any other Disney Plus Star Wars series.
You know what that tells me? Let's do the hashtag follow the money, right?
Yeah.
That tells me that they don't actually make money through.
I like that, Irish.
I rely on personal reviews or whatever the numbers are, over whatever the numbers are. Yes, absolutely. And the thing is you can tell honestly, if you go to watch someone and they're like, oh, let's talk about the Acolyte. And if they start out with, this show is bullshit, like you can tell pretty quickly if they're going to have a biased opinion.
Or if they even started watching it.
Right? So that's kind of what we wanted to do. We wanted to give an honest opinion of what the Acolyte was.
Okay. So
our honest impressions. We wanted to talk numbers first because we wanted to make sure that you guys understood that we're aware of what people are saying.
And I've watched all these videos of the hate, like, thank God it's dead. Yay.
Which
I don't care.
The death of Star Wars should never be celebrated. No. If you're celebrating the death of Star Wars, oh shit, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. That was not very politically correct.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you, Iris. Same. Honestly,
100%.
Same. Because I'm old enough to remember watching episode 1 in the movie theaters. Yes, and I loved it. I thought it was great.
I watched all.
And when Jar Jar Binks jumped on the screen, everybody went and looked right at me, and I was like,
"Iris, please tell us when you watched the holiday special.
Please do it."
I will.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
Oh God, it's bad.
Multiple times.
But I remember people looking at me when Jar Jar Binks popped up onto the screen, like, Josh, this is your personality.
That's you.
And I was like,
I had the same thing. Weird.
Yeah. It's like, are we brothers? We might be related.
Possibly.
So okay, so all that taken into account, the Acolyte. Give me your.
Here's what I want us to do.
Your feelings. Okay, what do you want us?
I want us to both say our favorite part of the series, what we really loved about it, and then we'll say the parts that we really the thing that we're like, this is what I think kind of killed the series. Okay. So for me, what I loved about it, one, we got to get introduced to the High Republic. I love the High Republic era of Star Wars.
Yes.
I think it's an underrated era.
Yes.
I think they need to bring it back way more. If you haven't read any books, I highly recommend them. They're so good.
I agree. We need more
like I said,
High Republic.
When I did the review of episode 8 and 9 with Amber, there's a huge reference to the books in it's not the last episode. Yeah, it's the episode where you get the flashback of them and we see the Jedi side of the planet. They talked about a hyperlane space lane accident. That is a huge reference to the books, where that's basically where they start off. Is there is basically a ship that somehow crashed in a hyperlane and caused mass chaos throughout the Outer Rim, literally almost destroying planets, and how the Jedi had to get involved to help save lives. It's so good.
I watched a TikTok of a dude who says, what would happen if such and such an object hit the Earth at such and such a speed?
Mm-hmm.
One of the things he did was a grain of sand hitting the Earth at the speed of light.
Yes.
It would wipe out almost all of the Earth.
Yeah. Well, now you're talking a literal ship, and we're talking a
ship that would absolutely do that.
Ship that was full of hundreds of people. Thousands of people, I think, that broke up and destroyed. I don't want to spoil how it did because you do find out what happened, but it is so good. I love the book so much. If you need to go read it.
So Acolyte though.
But so that's what I love, the introduction of that. The combat was amazing.
Oh, so
we finally got some great start. Like I said, I don't think we've had good lightsaber combat since episode 3. We've had some decent ones here and there, And like this, the animated series would obviously give it good, but we really haven't had really good. And there is a very strong reason that I had pointed out that I think we know why.
Yeah.
They switched from the sticks and then they add the special effects to actual lightsabers that light up on screen. Right. Which makes them heavier, which means some actors can't wield them the right way. So maybe they found a new way to do it. I don't know. Or they just got better choreographers.
Yeah.
But the lightsaber fighting plus just the hand-to-hand combat when they're not pulling out their lightsabers and just force floating around these people, and so good. Loved it.
Yes.
Give us more of that, please.
It was
everything you do from now on. You have now set a bar. You have to get it.
It was
so yeah, that's what I loved most probably about the whole series. Like I said, all the characters I think were good except for a couple that you can slide those under the rug. They were there.
So what I loved about the series is similar to you.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Kera and Moss.
Oh, she
was great.
She needs her own series.
She was the voice of reason the entire time, and of course, as the voice of reason, she was ignored.
I want a Kera and Moss Jedi series. No.
I do also. I would
prequel that. That's what you should do. How did she become a master?
I love that Jedi Master Saul was also extremely mobile, accomplished.
Yes.
Made, it was great. And his apprentice, Jecki, she was a sassy little badass, dude. When she had the dual wielded and winked at Kamir or like smiled at him and was like, yeah, I'm about to take you to the pony show, my friend. Like, I'm going to dog walk your ass out of this forest.
So confident.
And oh God, it was phenomenal. Phenomenal. The things that I did not like, the things where I lost the series, I've got 3 specifics. Okay. One, and I'm going to start with the 2 that are like, whatever, that are dismissible, but still just hooked me and I couldn't let it go.
Right.
One, Vernestra's space sickness. Get off! Stop. That was so dumb. You wasted.
This Jedi has been challenging the galaxy forever.
On a Jedi with space. Stop it. That was so dumb. 2, you had the Wookiee Jedi. You gave us a Wookiee Jedi who did one thing. Force grabbed a gun and threw it and roared.
I mean, you got the slight battle at the final episode, the second to last episode.
Okay. It was like 30 seconds of Wookiee Jedi.
Just to explain why the kid got scars on his face. That was basically
that was it. And it was just,
and the fact that she was weak enough to get mind control. Jedi Master Wookiee weak enough to get mind control.
For sure. That happens a lot. Weak storytelling. And the one that finally got me, the one that really just where I started to lose it. And I predicted this. I don't know if you remember this, but I predicted this because I predicted that I wanted Jedi Master Saul to be the big bad.
Yes.
I wanted him to be the one who was training Kamir. Mm-hmm. I wanted that to be much better. I wanted him to be much more competent than he was.
Yeah.
And where I lost it was his only addition to the story was, I am worried for these girls.
Yeah.
You know nothing about them. You were literally creepo peeping on them in the forest, saw 2 girls you'd never seen before and went, I must have trained them. I am a Jedi Master Saul, and I must have... And don't come at me for the accent, because that's exactly what he was doing. It was so dumb. Even Kera and Moss looked at him and went, why, or I'm sorry, I can't remember her name.
Master...
Whatever. Kera and Moss's character, once again, the woman is right and people ignore her because whatever reasons, right? We all know the reason though. She looks at him and she's like, what is your obsession with these girls? Like, this is weird.
Master Indara.
And Master Indara is like, dude, stop. Mm-hmm. For real, stop. This is not okay.
Yeah.
And it just,
So dumb.
I lost it when Saul reduced into a pile of I have to help these girls. I am worried about the danger. I am worried that they will stop. Just stop. You know nothing about these girls. You know nothing about their culture. You don't get to walk into a village and be like, "What's up, everybody? I'm a Jedi.
Yeah.
Give me your kids." And that's not been done
ever.
Okay, hold on.
That we know of.
That's not been done canonically until the Acolyte.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the piece where I lost it.
Yeah,
that's the piece.
And they're like, "Dude, we have a right to the kids." No, you don't.
You don't have a right.
You're in the Outer Rim where the Republic has no authority.
Again, that is not how the Jedi have operated canonically up until this point.
Yeah, 100%.
So where did you lose it?
I'm going to add one more thing that I loved about it, though, that I just remembered. Master Indara murking an entire group of covens through the Force. That was so badass. That was amazing. I loved it so much. She literally just like went full Force, and I loved it.
She was great.
So where I lost the series.
Okay.
One, Soul lost me so quick because
he really was just not great.
And they even talked about how he wasn't given a Padawan, probably for a good reason. But fuck it, he's gonna go find one and just do whatever. And the whole, I hate that Star Wars is trying to push this kind of. So we know most of the great Jedi were too old to begin the training, right? As they say.
We get that.
Anakin was too old. Obi-Wan was too old, apparently. And we never got that backstory.
Obi-Wan just looks at. He speaks.
So was I. If you remember.
So was I, if you remember.
I don't even
and
know.
It was like
George Lucas remembers doing that.
I think the Obi-Wan books are not canon.
Not anymore. They are legend.
They are now legend.
They are legend. So they.
I still say Obi-Wan is Mandalorian.
I would love that so much.
He is. I will say this right now. And by the way, Lucas writers.
We're looking for jobs. We'll take it. We'll do it. 100%.
And we'll do a great job with it too.
Anyway, so that's the one they like try to push that so hard that like, oh, only the good Jedi are too old to begin the training. No, they're not. Okay, there are a lot of great Jedi who actually went through it legitimately.
Qui-Gon Jinn, legitimate.
Yoda, pretty sure he was legitimate.
Pretty sure he started at age 50.
Like Grogu. I still got to figure out that race. That one's crazy. Anyway.
Well, so far,
Ahsoka Tano.
Yep.
We know she actually started legitimately.
She was amazing. We love Ahsoka.
So the fact that there's pushing that.
Kanan Jarrus, also a badass Jedi, started at the amazing. I don't know. I just feel like
Ezra Bridger was too old to begin the training, and he became a decent Jedi. I have my things about Ezra. Well,
you don't love Ezra?
I don't. I have personal business.
Look, we're gonna do a deep dive on Ezra Bridger, and we're gonna fight because I fucking love Ezra.
Okay.
I love Ezra so much. He's a little badass.
Anyway,
is he on board with Jackie? I don't know.
No,
I'll bet Ezra and Jackie
does not even compare to Jackie. No, 100%.
Let's go.
So anyway,
in the Star Wars battle, Ezra versus Jackie. Comment below. Who wins? Ezra or Jackie? I know it's Jackie, but I want to try and stir up some controversy on
Yeah, and then this whole concept of the entire time we did something bad, we did something so bad that caused 4 Jedi to leave the Order and never be members, except for Sol, who was like, I'm basically the only one who did actually something bad, and he's like, I'm good. I'm gonna go train younglings. See you later.
Taking pictures next to the fire, like.
Like, this is fine.
I love that I killed these witches.
Literally caused everybody else to have problems.
Sol was my hopeful for the best, and he ended up being the worst. He was so bad.
And then the other thing was, we literally killed everybody.
Well, you have to
political cover.
But you have to protect the canon.
They killed everybody for a political cover.
You have to protect the canon.
What canon are we protecting by killing
everybody? We're protecting the canon because Ki-Adi Mundi in episode 1 says we've not seen the Sith for 1,000 years, And you can't have evidence of the Sith in the Acolyte, make it back to the Jedi Council, and still make that scene valid.
It's literally a political cover-up.
It absolutely was. Vernestra is corrupt AF.
Yes, which is crazy considering how much of a badass she is in the High
Which
Republic.
is weird that she...
You're ruining a character.
Well, that's what they did in Mission Impossible 1, the movie. They made the main guy, I can't remember his name now. I said that, and now I can't remember his name. But he was so good. He was amazing. He was the good guy through and through, and he would never turn. And then in the first movie, Ethan Hunt.
Yeah.
No, that's Tom Cruise's character. That wasn't the... I don't know, whatever. Anyway, point is, Vernestra is a badass in the books, and they kind of turned her into a politician in the TV show The Acolyte.
If you don't know, I'll give you some hint here. Vernestra is a prodigy Jedi. She was a Jedi Knight at the age of 15.
Which is why she's the only one that could legitimately wield a light whip. Like, let's be honest. Like,
100%. She killed it.
She did. She was all like, "You've been calling me mommy."
There is so much there that I was just like, why? And I got it for the cat that this is the transition from the High Republic to the more conservative Jedi that we see in the Upper Republic, right? We don't trust politicians. This is why.
Let me ask you this.
You know, I get that part of it, but it's just like, why did you do that?
Let me ask you this. And
I don't get killing everybody. There were certain Jedi who needed to live through that. Sure. Jackie needed to live.
Hashtag justice for Jackie.
Right. Bullshit. She's alive.
She's amazing.
Fake news.
Let me
Epstein death.
let me ask you this, because in the Force, not the Force Awakens, not the Last Jedi, which was Episode 8.
It's the Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
Yes.
In the Rise of Skywalker, Luke does some training with Rey and talks about how the Jedi were arrogant.
Right.
The Jedi were blah 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 blah. Right? He gives that whole kind of a self-righteous speech.
They weren't wrong.
So, do you think they were trying to capitalize on that? Do you think they were trying to draw?
I think they were, and bringing in Yoda at the very end there, like his little, just seeing his pointy ears, sticking up.
That was them trying to get episode 2. That was them trying to get season 2.
Yeah,
that's what that was.
But the thing is,
fit anywhere else.
This is the thing you got to understand about Yoda throughout the entire High Republic. He isn't on the council. He gave up his seat on the council during the High Republic.
That's true.
And he just trained younglings. That's all he does.
Yes.
For like 120 years.
Which is why in episode
after the
2,
Sith Wars, he says, screw this stuff.
Which is why in episode 2, Obi-Wan comes to him and he's training younglings.
That's what he does. He loves it. And you got to remember, Yoda wasn't even technically the top of the Jedi Council in episode 1.
No, he was
not. It was Mace Windu.
It was.
Mace Windu gave up that position to Yoda during the Clone Wars so he could take a more active role as a general in the Clone Wars.
And then he got murked by Anakin.
It happened.
By the way, canonically, did you know that Mace Windu actually beat Palpatine?
Yes.
It wasn't a feint. Yes. It wasn't anything. Mace Windu actually legitimately overwhelmed and defeated Palpatine and would have killed him if Anakin had not shown up.
Yep.
And Palpatine understood the Force better than the Jedi did.
Yeah.
Which is why he won.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things I will quote Freddie Prinze Jr. here. Everything happens to the will of the Force.
Yes.
You might be mad at it, you might not like it, but that's the way it is.
But anyway,
Freddie Prinze Jr., by the way, is the voice of Kanan Jarrus.
Yes.
If you didn't know. So you might be mad that the story doesn't line up with you, but according to George Lucas himself, Palpatine didn't win because he was crafty or smart or witty or intelligent. He won because it was the will of the Force 100%. For whatever reason.
Yeah. But no, because Yoda obviously takes over the council. They move into a more conservative pattern, and then everything goes tits up, and he goes into hiding. Right.
Correct.
What does Yoda do in the final two thirds, where Luke is sitting there? Oh, I'm guarding this archive of the Jedi. He says, "Screw you, Luke," and he literally destroys the entire archive and says, "Luke, stop living in the past. Don't be us." he knew where the failures were, but he couldn't correct.
And there's even a beautiful quote where he says that, oh God, I can't remember what it is, but essentially what it means is when you teach someone and they learn from your mistakes and they supersede you is the burden of all masters.
Yes.
And it was a great moment. Like I loved, say what you will about the sequels. Master Yoda is still just as wise as he ever was.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
And I love it.
So, in final thoughts, so we can wrap this up.
At the same time, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to give a thumbs up if you wanted a season 2, thumbs down if you thought that they made the right decision and not continuing the series. And I'm going to do this because I think, yeah, we're going to do this. Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
I wanted a season 2.
I also wanted a season 2.
I wanted to give them a redemption. That's all
I wanted
it was.
it.
I wanted them to have.
And I am of the opinion,
just get rid of the directors and writers you had for the first one.
I always want more Star Wars.
Yeah. So that is our opinion. Please like, subscribe, and then give us your opinion. Go into our Discord. We actually have a whole channel just for Star Wars. Give us your opinion on the Acolyte. We want to hear it.
Yeah, check out our website. Look at the banner down below. There it is. It goes, it's going to be. Oh, we didn't do those.
Yeah, last thing we're going to do real quick.
No, do those. You know what? Actually, no. Show them. But we're going to open them up on the TikTokies.
We're going to do a TikTok. I got some mystery packs to
and in
celebrate
and
Outlaw.
Facebook.
If you love mystery packs, there's now going to be a channel on our Discord for mystery packs as well.
It's going to be great.
Show us your mystery packs because I love it.
Thank you so much for being here. Thanks so much for watching. You guys are great. You guys are awesome. We love you so much. From all of us here at Two Geeks, One Mic, I have been...
Real quick, yes, Irish
Josh.
Acolyte takes place before episode 1. Like 100
years
before...
It's very... That's in episode 1 when Ki-Adi-Mundi says, this is why this is a big piece of the controversy. Because, anyway, you'll get there. Anyway. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for being here. You guys are awesome. From all of us here at Two Geeks, One Mic, I have been Josh.
And I have been Eamon. Remember to stay geeky, friends.